Yeah, keep drinking that body, hon.
You have the proof. You have the proof. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this will come out sooner or later.
Oh, the alibi.
Yes. Olga, do we need to, I think I know someone who knows someone that knows the president. We'll be fine.
Me too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Trump I had a little more persuasion with, you know, because every girl did. But I think we can handle Biden pretty easily.
Has anyone talked to the
Butler.
Junior, please.
Hey, what's up, Josh?
Are you gonna save some for the rest of us, bro? Come on, man.
Bro, I'll never hold out on you, bro. Here, I got some for you.
All right, thanks, man.
Hell yeah.
Fine. But hey, as you know, my father, just in case someone's listening, my father was the builder here before me, right? So he was here when you were conceived. He told me all the stories that happened all the time in this house, and they've lived up to the hype, believe me. But he told me this one story one night when he was on the drink. He told me about the night you were conceived, you and your twin sister. He was there. He was there.
What were they doing, like a threesome or something?
You know who wasn't there? Your father. Do you know who was there? His look-alike brother. So you do the math here, son. Your father? Well, maybe not. He was away on business in Vancouver. Your mother was so drunk that night, okay? So drunk. And she needed, you know, what every woman needs.
It's my mom, bro. Please.
Hey, come on. Maybe not. We don't know. But look, all right? She got a little drunk, needed some. Your uncle was there. Might want to look into that, man. It's messed up, I know.
So you think
my uncle... Detective.
No, what we're doing wrong is we need to be naked. And this case was shaping up to be something I'd never seen before. I just come off of working a few old cold cases back at the station when I showed up at the house. I needed to ask some tough questions. The person I ran into was Antonio. It's amazing because I ran into her the first time before, too. She was up in my face, pitching her makeup before I had a chance to even ask her a question.
Hi!
Hi, Antoinette. How's it going?
It's going great. So I have so many new customers, and I just wanted... Do you have a wife, detective?
No, I'm not married.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You know, I can see the bags under your eyes, so I just want to show you. This is our new pouch, okay? And it's only $59.99, and it is filled with these under-eye... Oh, wrong one.
Are you attempting to bribe an officer of the law, ma'am? Because that is an offense.
No, I just... The under-eye patches, see? You put them underneath your eyes, and it gets rid of all of the dark spots and all of the wrinkles. Just that other one was the wrong one. I didn't mean to.
You know, I'll bring them up with the guys down at the station, but right now I need to ask you a couple of hard questions here. It seems to me that Kelly seemed to be in a hurry to talk to me. I guess I'll get to her next. What I need to talk to you, Antoinette, is you don't seem all that put out that your brother is deceased.
Oh, no, I don't deal with things well, so I just like, just laugh right through it. You just keep smiling, just like Dory says in that fish movie, just keep swimming, right? That's what we got to do when a family member, like, dies.
Yeah. So what was your relationship like with your brother?
Oh,
you on good terms?
We were close as can be, you know, as can be.
Really? Well, I understand that you were kicked out of the house about 6 years ago and told never to come back.
Well, never to come back is like never doesn't mean never, ever, ever. It just means like for a little while. So I just decided I would stop it and surprise everybody. You know, I have a really great relationship with my niece.
And I find that surprising considering that the to spray you with a garden hose, and if that didn't work, run over you with the car.
Cut, brother.
I was going to have to talk to Charlie again. Antoinette saw a couple of potential clients out in the corner. Charlie was in the other corner, hiding behind a potted plant. Hey, Charlie.
What's up, Hanky Q?
And I had a few questions for you there. You've had a tough life, haven't you, Charlie? I mean, the family's been the successful, well, practically across the board. You seem to be the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just defines how you define a black sheep, I guess. But I mean, I'm living my life. I'm loving it. I'm chilling, you know. God rest my brother's soul. You know, he was very near and dear to me, but seriously, I can't complain.
Well, you can't complain. You know, before your brother kicked the bucket, you went outside, got, well, blanks, got 3 sheets to the wind, blackout drunk. Had to win a reason for that, Charlie.
The reason is I damn well enjoy it. I do this 4 out of 7 nights of the week. How the hell was I supposed to know my brother was going to die? You know, I'm outside. I'm chilling. I don't know. I'm not inside. You know, I mean, this is a game to me. This is a joke. I mean, there's so many people in this house that fucking wanted my brother for so long. You know, they wanted my brother for so long. They wanted his money. They wanted everything. I never gave a shit. Like you said, I'm the black sheep. I don't think like the rest of them.
You asked me before what the definition of a black sheep was. I think a black sheep of the family is the one that the family says can't stay at the house, the guest house, the pool house, or the carriage house. In fact, as far as I remember, they gave you a bale of hay down in the barn. Told you should stay there.
Yeah, what am I, a friggin' cow?
Well, I think black sheep would be a better definition. I must have said something to upset Charlie. He took off running and never looked back. I can tell he was crying, too. Pretty emotional. Kelly was the next one on my list. She seemed desperate to talk to me for some reason. Hey, Kelly, how's it going?
It's great, and no, definitely not desperate, and I did not mean to crash your interview before. I've just got so much going on. Like, I'm trying to webcam, live stream, Clubhouse, Instagram, all at the same time. Like, I really don't have time for this, but I'll give you, like, 30 seconds, okay? You have a really brief window.
You must have really loved your old man, huh? Kent was a good father to you, wasn't he?
I mean, he definitely provided, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, well, from what I understand, he provided everything for you. Your house, your car, your wage, your allowance.
Okay,
everything.
Let's just be clear. I am self-made. I only got $1 million from my dad to start my business. That's all. It's really nothing in the grand scheme of things. I have made everything myself. I am building an empire over here, okay?
You know, it seems kind of callous to do a live web stream when your father's corpse was just being brought down from the upstairs. Or is that the reason why you were shoving in between the police officers early and trying to get a selfie with the coroner?
Okay, it actually makes for great content, and I'm all about capitalizing on each opportunity I get. So don't hate the player, hate the game.
Cut.
So tell
Junior.
me something. Your son, or your brother. Kelly went back to a camera and completely ignored me. Decided to go straight to the source. Hey, Junior, how you feeling? Everything okay?
You know, I have the right to remain silent if I so choose, but I'm going to make an exception for you, Detective.
Oh, wow. Lucky me. Junior, I need to ask you a couple of quick questions. Number one, you seem kind of flushed. Seem to be sporting a cold. Your eyes are bloodshot. And there was rumors there was a rager last night in the house.
No, rager's a strong word from my completely exaggerating stepmom, okay? But yeah, we had a few people over for a get-together, and things get a little out of hand when you have a little bit of fun, you know? Sometimes bad things happen, you know? And that's not much you can do about that, you know?
Out of hand. 6 p.m. last night, there were 14 squad cars and a SWAT team here. Funny, though, they don't recall seeing you at this particular party. Seems the staff were all adamant you weren't here at all last night during that thing.
Yeah, well, guy needs to know when to make an exit. You know what I'm saying? You can't always be smart, and you can't always be not smart. You've got to be somewhere in the middle where they don't even know you're there. Not that I should be telling this to you, Detective. You would know better than me how criminal minds work. So, not that I'm a criminal, and I remember I'm speaking, and I don't have to speak right now. So that should be taken with a grain of salt. I hope you've talked to, some of the gold diggers in my family. You know, I hope you've talked to them too, and not just me. I'm making something of my life.
Anyone in particular I should be talking to?
Where do we start? How about my sister? Her business ain't making any money. Self-made. What's made? You have to make something to be made, huh? That's one. How about the personal assistant who got fired and rehired and is sleeping with my father? I don't even know if he's my father. I shouldn't even be telling you this.
I have a
new wife.
Distraught, Junior headed off, slipped and went down one of the laundry chutes. Hopefully he should be okay for later. Miss Nancy, how are you this evening?
I'm just fine, Detective Hanky Pank. Sorry, I'm nervous.
I got an interesting thing from one of the staff. They said you were declining wine the second you walked in the door. Apparently you've sworn off alcohol, something that's very surprising. Is there any reason for that?
Well, if you so choose, for this new year, I'm trying to be sober, and I wasn't ready to have a gender reveal party. But apparently I'll let you know I'm having a baby. And my baby no longer has a father.
I need to ask you some questions about Kent there. I understand it was a whirlwind romance. You two met rather suddenly. How long have you known Kent anyway before you guys decided to tie the knot?
I mean, I met him at one of his house parties a long, long time ago.
Calendar, you met him 3 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but I've known him for a long time.
How long was that?
I mean, since I was 20.
Wow. 18 years. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
But 3 weeks ago at the house party, you guys suddenly decided to have a quick ceremony and complete this little transaction of yours. Pardon my abruptness there.
What's wrong with wanting to fall in love and just do things on the whim, Detective?
Well, the thing about it was that house party was
Ex-wife.
to celebrate the fact that his divorce was finalized. Nancy scampered off before she could answer my question. I could tell the reason why when she came around the corner and glared at her. Hello, Eliza. Again, my condolences from me and the entire department over the death of your husband. Ex-husband.
Why are you still here? I thought I told you to leave earlier.
Well, we just have to cover all the avenues, ma'am, and make certain that everything is, top-notch and taken care of before we declare what happened here.
This is absolute bullshit. Everybody in this house was in line before when I left, and that new wife just let it all go. So who do you think did this? I've been through this little shenanigans before. And let me tell you that I know when I left this house, everybody was innocent. Who was the one person not in this house? This is an open and shut case.
I didn't seem to be getting through to her, so I decided to speak to her in her own language. Girl, I know you got this house all the way you want it, and then that bitch came in here and just stirred everything up. I know everything was fine. Everybody was in line. Nothing was wrong. It was running like a Swiss clock. You left. Everything went to pieces.
Perfect. So why are you still here? Do you need
Cook?
She was 2 bottles in and not going to be answering any of my questions. I bet swallowed my pride, straightened my collar, and went to talk to the one woman that I really dreaded talking to. Geneviève.
Bonjour, bonjour. Ça bien, tout va bien ici. Is everything okay with you?
I was melting like butter underneath a heat gun. Yes, it's everything's fine. Just came back here to see these lovely treats you were preparing. Amazing. Those donuts look like they're from Tim Hortons.
They are a specialty of mine. They come almost pre-prepared. They're just lovely. Have a lovely jelly mousse inside.
I see. Hey, I need to ask you about something there. Last night, the Rager was broken up by the local PD. I understand they were missing a few things out of that particular party. They feel that the staff was covering something up for Junior and Kelly.
Oh no, Junior, no, he is like pure, like low, like water that flows. Junior would never do anything. He is the only person who has a heart of gold. It's comme d'or. It's like gold. No detective, not Junior. Junior he is a blessing to this entire family.
I felt like my knees were going to give
assistant.
out. I had to get out of there. Something didn't feel right. Then I ran into the one person I didn't expect to find out amongst those in the household staff, the PA. Rashida, I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be at home resting.
Well, I'm eating. I tend to eat my feelings lately.
Rashida, I think you need to get something off your chest here. No, I'm no priest. I'd be glad to hear a confession.
I do. I didn't tell anyone, but I slept with the boss man just once. Just once. I had a weak moment when I found out that I was being fired. And I decided, you know, like, well, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to pay her back. And I took my perfume that was originally for me. And I don't know. It was just like one thing led after another. And then
I was losing her fast. I had to speak to her in her own language. You can't. You will.
I would not be mocked, sir. I would not be mocked. This is serious. Someone died.
Cut.
Maybe there's something wrong with my accent. I was getting nowhere with these people. Everyone was tight-lipped. Everyone was covering each other's asses. Who was I missing? Then around the corner came the Russian beauty, Olga. Still breathing.
Well, so the guy told me that he was the best dad ever. He got this award, and I have to clean it. I have to get down on my knees to clean it. And
before you do that, Olga, my dear, I have a couple of questions here. As I understand it, the staff was incredibly loyal to Kent and his family. I mean, there's decades of service out of every single one of you, isn't there?
I'm loyal to his new wife.
Wife, not to Kent.
No, new wife is much nicer to me than his ex-wife. His ex-wife. Sorry. English is my fifth language.
So are you loyal to the new wife, the old wife, or to Kent?
New wife.
The new wife.
Amazing. She's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing.
I need to ask you this question, Olga. The new wife is saying that she's pregnant, but yes. I think you and I both know that Kent couldn't be the father.
Okay, you have to know that she deserves it. She deserves it this time in her life.
Really? Seems to me that she put up with a lot, didn't she? I mean, the kids are out of control, and Kent wasn't much better.
And she loved her old husband too.
Her old husband?
Yes, she definitely did. And she is not a killer. I just can tell you she's not a killer.
Did you happen to see where she was last night? Olga clammed up and scampered out of view. Joffrey came around the corner. There was something about this guy that reminded me of Game of Thrones. And it was because he reminded me of Jaime Lannister. Excuse me, Joffrey. From what I understand, cell phones are not allowed by staff members when they're on duty.
It's a burner phone. They don't understand. Yes, mother. Yes, everything's cheeky out here. Ta. I may be of service, detective.
Chatting with your mother. Checking in, making sure everything's all right, saying hi from her baby boy.
It's awful cold and rainy in old London.
Gotta tell you something right now, Jeffrey. I don't trust you. I don't trust you as far as I could kick you. Now, I want some straight answers out of you, and I want them now. There was a rager last night around 6 p.m. that was broken up by the local PD, but everyone claims that Junior and Kelly were nowhere to be found. Apparently, they thought the staff were covering for them. Know anything about that?
Well, the butler can't be everywhere at once, can he? When someone needs something tended to, I go, and I do that. But I don't usually take very long.
Well, thanks for answering my question, Joffrey. One other thing I need to know. I was wondering, there's a medical problem with Kent that you might be able to shed some light on. Seems that there were no bullets in his gun, if you take my meaning. There's no torpedoes in his submarine.
Yes. My father told me the story of when he went to get a vasectomy. I heard it didn't work, though.
It didn't work?
Who knows?
So you tell me if we do DNA tests on the two kids that it's going to come back that Kent's the father? Or are we going to have to look somewhere else closer to home?
Oh, I'm sure they won't be his kids, but his DNA will match, but not as the father.
Cut. Let's bring everybody into the foyer. And now, let's find out first, who do you think it was? Do you think it was the butler, Joffrey? Do you think it was Antoinette, the sister? Put your answer in the chat now. Was it Olga, the Russian maid? Was it the brother, Charlie? Was it the personal assistant, Rashida? Was it the new wife, Nancy? Was it the cook, Genevieve? Was it Kelly, the daughter? Was it Eliza, the ex-wife?
New wife.
Or was it Junior, the son? Put your answer in the chat now, and we'll see who's correct. Now let's bring all the cast of characters up. As you know, Hank works for me. I'm the head detective. And Hank, excellent work. Let's go around some of the cast of characters here. The butler, who is a little sketchy. He's worked for the family for quite some time. But he didn't have an interest in killing anybody. How about the sister, Antoinette? She didn't want to kill her money source. She finally was able to come back after he kicked her out and said, never come back. But his daughter loved her, so he let her live in the house and finance her beauty products. Let's move on now to Olga. We'll come back to Olga. We'll come back to Charlie. We'll move on to the personal assistant. The personal assistant who did sleep with Kent once, but really had no interest in killing her source of income. She was stealing from the safe from time to time, which is why there was no money in there sometimes, but she wasn't going to kill him over that. She has an eating disorder. Let's move on now to the cook. The cook's an interesting case because she doesn't actually speak real French. She learned it in one of the online courses. She can't even cook. She had meals brought in by other people and pretended she cooked them. She wanted Junior to run away and steal some money. She'd never had the kind of money this family had. She gave Junior the code to the safe, but when he went into the safe, there was no money because Rashida had taken all the money out. But she would not kill. She just wanted to get the son and the money in from the family. Let's move on to Kelly, the daughter. She's a narcissist in love with herself. She wouldn't have the brains to kill her daddy, especially since she got $1 million from him. And he kind of liked her, but he knew she was only out for herself. And now let's move on to Eliza, the ex-wife. Oh, she was very upset when they got divorced. She didn't want to get divorced, but she was hiding the secret that the kids were his brothers on a one-night drunken stand. And when he came home, the DNA matched because the DNA of the brother matched with the DNA of the father. So he never knew the difference. And they've been hiding it ever since, until tonight. And now let's move on to Junior. Junior, you were going to try and steal some money out of the safe and run off with Genevieve. We know you've had a hard time getting any women in your life, so when one woman decided to come on to you, you thought, hey, maybe this is my lucky chance. I'll steal as much money as I can and go on the run since Daddy doesn't like me anyway. But you didn't kill him. Now let's go back to Charlie. Charlie, your brother said to you, if you ever sleep with one of my wives again, I'm going to make sure that you never get a dime from our family. You didn't like that, did you, Charlie? So you decided to sleep with the new wife, and she's pregnant with your baby. Now the new wife, of course, realizing that she'd be cut out and divorced quickly, because it would be a quick claim deed, since only 3 weeks she'd get absolutely nothing, you began to plot. But you needed help. So you got the cook to go along with the plan. Olga the cook. She's the one who let you in through the basement. The maid, I should say, Olga, the maid.
I'm not the
She's the one who let you in
cook anything. I'm
in the
so
basement, and you snuck back in, and you went back up to your husband's bed and injected him with a poison, a slow-killing poison, at 3 a.m. It only took 4 hours for him to die. And isn't it ironic you came back just after that, maybe an hour later, pretending you were on a trip? So Olga, Charlie, and the new wife. Yes, Charlie, you knew you were going to be cut out of the will, and you knew the new wife had just gotten written into the new will. So you decided to get her pregnant. That way you could marry her and get all the money she's going to get, because he had just turned the whole will over to her. How he did that was Olga. Olga was the one who got him to do it. Olga got him a little bit drunk, drafted up a new will, and then had him sign the new will when she was telling him he was just signing for what supplies he was supposed to get. Oh yes, Olga. You, Charlie, and Nancy are going to be going downtown.
Nancy, I love you.
Do you have anything to
I love you too,
Do you have
honey.
anything to say, Nancy?
Yes, I do. He deserved it. I married him and he got a vasectomy. Couldn't even get it up no matter what, even when he took Viagra as well.
Thank you. I was
Charlie, just so you know, congratulations to my little stepkids. You actually have a half brother or sister on the way. And also, Detective Hanky Pank, you suck because he didn't catch me kill my first husband. So goodbye. I will enjoy it. I'll get a nice little suite for the rich people prisons. I'm not worried about it.
All according to plan.
Charlie, do you have anything you'd like to say?
I was freaking plastered that night. I mean, Jesus. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Yeah, you barely got it up.
Yeah.
And Olga, do you have anything to say?
Nancy, I totally understand you. I was a bride when I was 12, so it definitely makes up for my life to be home.
You did your best, sweetie. I'm proud of you. We're going to get through this together. Okay.
Thank you.
Love you.
And Hank,
Spasiba.
is there anything I left out?
Boss, looks like you summed it up perfectly. Let's take these guys downtown.
Well, that ends our murder mystery. We've solved the case. So come back in 4 weeks and watch this team do something completely different. That's our show. Let's introduce our cast.
Woo!
Okay, the detective, of course, is played by Darren.
Evening all. Glad you enjoyed the show.
The butler by Tony.
That's a wrap, folks. Hope you enjoyed.
Antoinette, the sister by Nicole.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
And then Olga, the Russian maid, Eugenia.
I'm so in awe of every talent, and I'm looking forward to your next show.
And Charlie, who's played by Kevin.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you watch next month, too.
And the new wife, played by Tatum.
Killing it. Thanks for watching.
And the personal assistant, played by Rashida.
Hey, hey, hey. I told you I was innocent. I knew that wife. That new wife.
And the cook, played by Pamela.
Thank you, everyone. And I really can cook, and I love to cook.
The daughter, played by Kelly.
Hi guys, I really don't have time to talk. I still have to live stream, so can we wrap this up? Okay, thanks.
The ex-wife, played by Lindsay.
Looks like everything went according to plan, and I'm rich again. Thank you, guys. And personal
And
assistant,
Junior,
I got you still.
played by Kevin.
Man, that was just an intense show, man. Come back next time, please. All right.
I'm Ken Scove. You've been watching the LA Connection, streaming live to your house or wherever you're watching us. We'll be back in 4 weeks with a completely different show with this cast. Everybody wave goodbye. Thanks for watching. That's our website up there. Check more on LAC Comedy on YouTube. You can see all the Wednesday 6 p.m. shows.